Hello, welcome to the channel. I'm Britt, creator of The Style Shaker. I try out tons of products and share my honest reviews over here so you have a better idea of what to buy and what not to buy. Today, I just wanted something like warm and delicious, not heavily caffeinated because I don't need it right now. This is Dandy Blend. I made a cup of it. Very excited to sit down and we're just gonna do a little Q&A. Some of it's gonna be clean beauty and skincare. Some of it's gonna be deeper questions. You guys gave me some really great questions. Not that I'm surprised. So without further ado, grab a cup of whatever makes you happy right now and let's dive into the video. Here we go. Before this video, by the way, I had the worst headache and just felt groggy. It's kind of rainy and I don't usually mind that, but rainy and dreary and cold. I'm pulling it up on my phone, by the way, as I talk. The questions. And then I thought, okay, I'm just gonna do my little yoga thing. My little yoga used to be a DVD. Now it's digital because you know, it's 2023. It's 15 minutes and my headache is gone. I feel super zenned out. I will link to this little sequence that I do below. Very basic, very restorative, all stretching. So I'm just gonna run down the list. Some of these I feel like could be larger videos. Let's start with Koya Moon 8475. Have you ever noticed diet changes affecting your skin? Yes, 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 huge, yes. Okay, what are those? I'm sure you're gonna ask. That's the next question. Although actually you did ask, do you keep a certain amount of water in mind to drink every day? This is a three-parter. Also, what's your favorite, which I'm not mad at. Also, what's your favorite DIY make-at-home skincare item? Do you ever make your own face mask, toner? Okay, so we're gonna start with, does diet change anything on my skin? 100% yes. I started doing a food and mood journal. I don't like to do it forever because it can lead to some disordered eating things, like I get a little too much into the analysis of what I'm eating. So trigger warning, sorry about that. But I do have a food and mood journal, and the impetus for me starting it usually is because my skin's freaking out. So what I have in there is my food that I'm eating, duh, and a quick breakdown of some other factors because I like to look at things holistically. So I look at my mood, I look at where I'm at in my cycle, I look at activity, mental, and then some key areas on my body that I know can be inflamed or can just be pissed off when I eat something. I also add in what products I'm using on my skin, which is how I've discovered that certain types of ingredients affect me more so than others. You can learn a lot by just writing it down because sometimes we just forget. I can't tell you how many times people have been like, oh, what'd you have for lunch? Can't remember. I don't know when that started happening. I don't know, maybe that's what COVID did to me, I don't know. Ugh. Oh my God, I almost spilled. Ugh, it's good. I think I want to do a red lip just for funsies. We're gonna do it. It's been a while. Red, red. For some reason, when I don't drink enough water, which is part of your question, I can see fine lines on my forehead like that. Boom, boom, boom. Happens without fail, and I have darker circles under my eyes. Also happens when I have sinus problems or bad allergies. Then there's some other fun stuff that happens, which is also completely linked to my cycle. It happens in the luteal phase. I'll write that down below. I'm very into tracking my cycle, my hormones, because randomly, when I have, coconut milk, anything coconut milk. It started because I was having Indian food and it was a coconut curry. Love a coconut curry. Doesn't happen as much during the first couple of weeks of the month. Second couple of weeks of the month, what happens is I have repeated dryness, or I could have contact dermatitis on really bad days, especially if I use a hairspray that really is not clean. That's why I don't use a lot of hairsprays, actually. That was one of the big reasons as to why I started this channel. So coconut milk, but it's not even just lightweight coconut milk. It's usually when there's coconut cream, I should say. And then the other thing that gets me and makes my skin go nuts, there's two other things. Sugar. If I just eat straight up candy, which I rarely do that. Again, hormones, eating better. I'm not always great at it. If I don't eat enough, then I'm gonna down way too many. I don't know, what's my go-to? Chocolate? Not really. Ice cream, stuff like that. Oh, I love ice cream. That'll make my skin look really uneven. And then certain types of Greek yogurt. So primarily dairy, alcohol. If I drink white wine, it's sugar. It's dairy and sugar. Hello, short answer. And not enough water. And then when I do eat healthfully, when I have more green stuff on my plate, when I'm drinking water, when I'm doing my thing, my skin looks so much better and it needs way less coverage and complexion products. As for skincare, I had a huge success with some Ayurvedic skincare that I tried. I've been wanting to go back to that, but I keep getting sent all these products and some of them are fantastic, some of them really not so much for my skin. But I'm going to link to the Ayurvedic skincare DIY video that I did. I used it for I think a month. It was really good for my skin. My skin was very happy, no issues, no nothing, and I think cumulatively was well below what the average skincare product would cost. I don't use toner. I'm not a toner person, PS. In terms of water, how much water I drink, so this is what my friends call my baba. It's like an adult baba. This is, I wanna say 16 ounces. It's a BKR bottle. You can actually go to a farmer's market and sometimes random people will sell kombucha bottles in the same shape. So yes, it's complete rip, but I love it and it makes me drink more water. I broke one and then I tried an alternative. I don't know what weird psychological thing happens, but find you a bottle that you like and let it be your baba and keep it on you at all times. I am the girl that has this on me at all times. Obviously, I love a lavender moment. I drink about 4 of these. If I don't drink 4 and I try to work out, it's kind of comical. Everything just runs better. But I do not believe in 8 glasses of water a day. I think you can absolutely overdo it on the waterfront. Not a doctor, this is not medical advice. For me right now, it's on average about 4 of these. I try to get up to 6 if it's a busy, active day or it's really hot outside and I'm just sweating a lot. Yay, but that's my water regimen. So Jess Ark, are there any ingredients you personally try to avoid for either a concern or a preference? I'd like to know more about your clean or clean journey. I actually I loved all the questions, but I love this specifically for a separate video. I'm going to do this, so thank you so much for sharing. More so, I'll talk about the clean journey in that video because I feel like it's a little bit longer and might take up too much time here. In terms of ingredients that I prefer to avoid, there is one ingredient that usually breaks me out, and that is dimethicone. Anything with dimethicone in it tends to give me these small little red breakouts, like, ooh, it's usually here, it's usually here. I know this is hormonal, but you know, it just happens, it's very consistent. However, the Lady Gaga House Labs foundation has dimethicone in it. It doesn't upset me. So I don't know what's going on. This is not scientific. It is not scientific, but I like to stick to smaller lists of formulas. What is that? I don't know. It's the thing I've developed. That's just me being me. It's so amazing what's happened in the past 5 years. I rarely have to, if I know the brands that I love, lots of them have been featured here. All of them have been featured here, in fact. I know that I'm not gonna get myself into any issues with some precarious ingredients that I don't want to try that are higher up on the list that aren't just good. Some of the ingredients that I try to avoid, I am not the person who likes the makeup with the skincare actives. Not a fan. And it's really because I don't want hyaluronic acid in everything. That would be one of the ingredients that I avoid. Why? Because it does not do much for my skin. I know there have been recent videos out there about it. Just from my personal experience, I don't get plumping from hyaluronic acid. If I drink enough water, I see more plumping. Is that gonna be the case in 5 years? I don't know. I am not against synthetics. I am not pro-natural. I'm pro-transparency. But other than that, you know, I'm pretty open. I do love nourishing oils. Jojoba oil happens to be one of my top favorite ingredients. My skin loves jojoba oil. I love it. Love, love, love it. Where am I at? Oh my God, I've already talked for 15 minutes. This is ridiculous, Brittany. Ugh. Okay, let's go to the bottom of the list because that's cute. Okay, Julie Munson. Are you still living in Tennessee? Okay, wait, no, I can't read. How's Blue doing? She's fantastic. She's under this desk. Listen, I figured out the lighting-ish in this space, but I do hear you loud and clear, and a part of me really wants to go back to like an actual background that isn't a seamless backdrop. So I am figuring out what that's gonna be, but that's gonna happen after the move, if I move, which I'm probably going to move because so is my life. But Blue is so good, and she's happy, and she is feeling great, and I'll probably put a picture or 2 up so you can see her. She's stunning and beautiful and amazing and still thinks she's a puppy, and I can't believe she was a rescue. I'm just so happy that she found me and I found her, and she's one of the best decisions I've ever made in my entire life. Love animals. Go check out your local shelter. Are you still living in the country in Tennessee? Okay, well technically I'm not in the country, like I'm nestled in the hills, but I feel like people who live in the country would laugh at me if I said I was, but I really care. So I am still over in Tennessee. It's honestly an incredible area. I have been so swamped between a corporate role, this role, the podcast, that I haven't really spent as much time exploring as I would like, and that has just started to change. It took me a while. I only expected to be here for 6 months max because I wanted to spend time with my parents. This has been almost 2 years, so yes, I'm still in the country. I do not like the tornadic activity. That is a personal issue. I don't think anybody really likes it, but I suppose it's better than an earthquake in California. It's gonna get you all over the place, right? I miss the ocean though, I can tell you that. Not that you asked, but the hills are stunning and I still try and get out there and walk. I actually went for a walk around the farm last weekend. I can show you some footage of the farm. I think it was a little dreary, so I have some prettier footage which I can put up. It's just a special place. I just go there and I can just sit in silence. Colleen, you asked a deep question. What is the greatest gift you've been given ever? What are you looking forward to this year? The greatest gift I've been given. That is a tough question. What a thinker. I can do superficial gift, which is still important, and then I can do the deep gift. So one of the best gifts I ever received superficially, kind of, more of an experience, was I remember when my dad was working in retail, he was going on a store tour and I was there with him. I think it was outside of New York or something. And he goes, okay, go sit by the Clinique counter and then talk to the, associates of the Clinique counter. And I must have been, I don't know, maybe 11 or 12, and I'll never, ever forget it. So I went and I sat at the Clinique counter. And it was all women at the time, and they came up to me and they're like, oh, let's try this. And they started doing the makeover on my face. And then they gave me some goodies and some samples, and I sat there for probably an hour. I was just like, oh my God. It was the coolest experience ever. I felt famous. I felt important, but not like in an obnoxious way. I was a shy kid, pretty much. I was an extroverted introvert. I would turn it on when I needed to, but I just would have probably stayed in the corner or followed my dad around. I've been very happy to do so. So he suggested that. He kind of like nudged me a little bit to go sit there, and then they just kind of did a little light makeup, and I remember bringing it home and trying it afterwards. We were living in Connecticut. I loved it. It was like amazing. Such good memories. The other best gift, I would say, there's a handful, right? I would say my family. I'm very close with my family. And on that note, they've always listened to my ideas and they have responded with, cool, do it. It was never, I didn't have crazy Evel Knievel, like I'm gonna go jump off a cliff ideas. So that's good. But I think that I was raised in an environment where I was told about possibility and not impossibility. Yeah. And to this day, I kind of have that syndrome where I see something online. That's why this whole situation started. I saw somebody do a makeup haul, and then I was trying to clean up my beauty routine, and I was like, I think I can do that. I can do that. I didn't do it well at first, but yeah, I have the whole like, I can do that. So that's a huge gift. That's the gift that keeps on giving, for sure. Have you tried the new Air Perez Lychee Corrector? Ooh, no, I haven't. I need to check that out. I was using that foundation the other day, and I'm like, God, I love this brand. I love that brand. It's so good. It's so good. I need to call them or something, or email them. Skincare must-haves. I will do that in a separate video because I know that is a hot topic. Have you tried products from Mara? Yes. Only one. Only one. The Sea Kale Sunscreen Serum. I liked it. I liked it when I first used it, I wasn't a fan. I found it to be oily. But during the cooler winter months, I do like it. My drier skin responded favorably to it. I wasn't in love with it. But I haven't tried other things from them, and I would be open to trying more from the brand for sure. I do not have a personal makeup skincare wish list. I think it's because I have a lot. This is gonna sound super cringe, but there's a lot that is sent. Not as much because I've pushed back. I really want more sustainably purpose-driven companies to work with. I really look at products for my audience, which is kind of interesting. I don't really buy much for myself. If I do buy much for myself, then I do it and it's usually like a lipstick. It's a color item. So no, I don't really have a wish list right now. Weird. And the final question, have I tried anything from Manara? No, I have not. But you love their foundation and I need to check it out. So I actually went online and their website, they're launching like a factory outlet with good prices. So thank you for that little tip. And those are the questions. Thank you so much for sending them. I hope you had fun. I still have so much Dandy Blend to drink. It's gonna be great. I really love these videos. These are one of my favorites. So if you have any other questions that I didn't catch today, or if you watch this down the line and you wanna send me a question about clean beauty, skincare, holistic health, life stuff, whatever, then please do so in the comments below, or you can always email me at brittany@thestyleshaker.com, and I will turn some of these into full videos. So thank you for the inspiration. Thank you for being here. I really hope you're enjoying your weekend, and even if you're not, like, I hope you find some time to just zen out with whatever brings you joy today. I will see you right back here real soon with some reviews. Until then, bye. All day, all day, all day. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hello, happy weekend, filming it on a weekend, feeling very weekendy, just did a huge meditation. Maybe I should do the actual intro.